too much headroom, not enough light, your subject moves when you finally press click. It's not always easy to really capture the moment in a picture. Our next guest can help. David Bickley is a professional photographer here with 5 tips for taking better photos. Welcome to the show, David.
Thank you.
Okay, first of all, do people need the big fancy cameras to take great pictures?
No, absolutely not. In fact, all of the stuff that we're going to show today was taken with this little one here instead of, you know, all the large ones. You can
the baby camera as opposed to these.
Not down to the iPhone, but
okay.
The other one. What you need is something that just gives you a little bit more control most of the time, and you don't need, you know, the $30,000 camera or the $10,000 one.
30,000. Do not knock over this camera with my elbow. Okay, first things first. You say people should get closer when they're taking pictures.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Things look better. They look more interesting up close. People, it's not quite the same, but when you go and look at objects or scenery and things like that, it's...
Like this here. This is a before picture.
Yeah.
And then getting closer, the after looks like... Let's go to that. Here we go. There.
Right.
So much more dynamic, but you can crop it, right? Or do you always say just like edit in the camera?
You can crop it, but it's always better, I think, to get it right the first time.
Okay, your next step is change your perspective. What do you mean by that?
Well, it kind of goes hand in hand with the first one of getting closer. Things look more interesting if you look at them from a different way. I know what the world looks like from 6 feet tall, and a lot of people do, but if you get down, you know, get down on your knees or crawl around on the ground, things look different than what you're used to seeing them as.
Especially when you're taking pictures of kids. Get at their eye level?
Absolutely.
Okay, so here's the before, and then the after, again, is more interesting.
Right. And you notice, I mean, we combine the getting closer as well as, you know, dropping down to one knee and really looking at things from a different way.
Okay, you say play with tones and textures. Explain that.
Well, you know, everything has a texture to it, like the pumpkins here. I mean, especially the really kind of knobby, gross ones down here, they look neat. And
you like the weird ones, don't you?
I do.
Photographer, yeah.
Well, it's all about having things more interesting. And here, you have the parallel of one that's, you know, very, very smooth and a different color, as well as the ones that are next to it that are, you know, very different. And the duality there, the difference is I think what makes those a little more interesting.
So you're looking for composition,
right.
Interesting composition. Okay. And also with faces, what do you recommend for taking those, you know, great pictures of faces too? Just
get a real smile. I mean, that's I think the hardest part. Saying cheese doesn't work.
Don't say cheese.
You have to make somebody actually laugh.
You gotta make them laugh.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now here's composition. Why is this not working?
The lines kind of don't really direct you anywhere. They go back, but they go back into nothing. And you have one going up, you have one going off the frame, you have one going in, but they don't converge. And there's no, what would you say? I guess there's no finish to it. You just kind of wander around in it with your eyes.
Okay. So then the after, where your eyes do not wander. That's awesome.
Thank you. Here they kind
You're very talented.
Well, I try. Here this keeps you moving around kind of in a circle in the frame, so the viewer can't really leave the shot. They don't want to because their mind just wants to keep kind of wandering around within it. Very cool. Now, your final tip is just take a lot of pictures? Absolutely. The more you do it, the better you get. I mean, when I first started, I was horrible. But you keep shooting, and you know, whether you take a good shot or a bad shot, you put it aside, you move on, and you just constantly keep going better and better and better. I mean, I take probably 100,000 photos a year, and you know, every one is better than the last. And with digital, you can just delete them. It's not like we have film anymore, right? Absolutely, it's a lot more cost effective now. Okay, if people need more help, you actually teach classes. I'm starting teaching classes this month, and for the people here that are watching KC Live, it's every Thursday, and it's a 2-hour class, and it's now $100 for the class. You come in, you know, whenever you want, whatever is going on every single Thursday. But for the people that are watching KC Live, we're doing 50% off on the site. When you go to my site, you hit, there'll be book a session, and there's a button that says classes. And when you enter the promo code KC Live, all capital letters, it gives you that discount. Well, we appreciate the discount, and you know, we need help taking pictures. So thank you for coming in. Absolutely. Thank you. We appreciate it.